The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Our administration speaks to one of Bahamianization, ensuring that we're protecting our workers.
In response to the recent resignation of Freeport Container Port CEO amid serious allegations, the Minister of Labor and Public Service is emphasizing the government's commitment to protecting Bahamian workers. Good evening all, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks for tuning in. The minister says immediate actions were taken to address concerns while highlighting the launch of a new oversight unit aimed at ensuring accountability in the workplace. Raven Davis has the latest in this report.
The abrupt departure of Freeport Container Port's chief on Tuesday amid allegations of unscrupulous business practices has shocked the Grand Bahama community as the Davis administration aims to reinforce one of its core ideals of Bahamianization. Labor Minister the Honorable Pia Glover-Roll says immediate action was taken even before complaints were formally lodged with the Department of Labor.
Taking a very proactive approach to labor, our administration speaks to one of Bahamianization, ensuring that we're protecting our workers and ensuring that where there are complaints, that we immediately galvanize into action.
She says the government is keen on eliminating expatriates who abuse Bahamian workers.
The government has gone to the extent of asking persons who are here on work permits, foreigners, expatriates, to wrap up their affairs, and we give a timeline in which they are allowed to leave. It depends on how egregious the circumstances are.
Glover-Roll adding that the Davis administration, through the Labor Department, has launched the first ever Notice of Vacancy Policy Enforcement Unit to strengthen oversight and accountability.
Enforcement is important because we've always said the Notice of Vacancy Unit has always existed. We've always said that there should be an understudy. But who's monitoring?
Wow.
This ensures that while there are heads of agreement that speak to the fact that, yes, you may bring in expatriate workers, we have to also ensure that where there are Bahamians who are qualified, where there are Bahamians who are in country, who are able, equipped, and qualified to take on those positions, that they are given the opportunities.
Now, according to official statements, the FCP chief departed due to family reasons. Meantime, PLP chairman, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, says moving forward, there is hope for improved employee conditions and a work environment that is free from hostility. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Thanks, Raven. Well, transformation is coming to two long-neglected areas in Freeport. According to the Minister for Grand Bahama, as part of our ongoing series, It's Happening, the Minister shares plans for a major facelift that aims to revitalize these blighted spaces.
I'm excited about the future of Grand Bahama Island.
Optimism continues to spread across Grand Bahama as the island gears up for a significant transformation. Communities like Garden Villas are set to experience a notable shift. The Minister of Grand Bahama says the neighborhood will soon evolve into a new development featuring both single and multi-family units.
Incredible infrastructure, parks, having it as a smart community, as well as having affordable homes for residents. And so there's going to be a lot of demolition that goes on in that area.
Earlier this year, the nation's leader announced the government's plan to acquire the Bazaar, as well as the Princess Tower and casino properties. These sites will be redeveloped into an Afro-Caribbean marketplace, a move that is expected to positively impact the island.
This Afro-Caribbean marketplace will be a game changer.
With an anticipated 6 million visitors expected by 2027, one question lingers.
What do we have to offer them when they come?
The minister asserts that the logistics of the new Afro-Caribbean marketplace will address this concern.
It's a touristic attraction that will feature 54 African countries, 20 Caribbean countries, and 16 islands of the Bahamas, where the best of what these countries have to offer will be on display in a permanent setting.
In a separate initiative, the Innovate 242 Incubator will be established at the former Royal Palm Resort on the Mall Drive, aiming to make Grand Bahama a leader in innovation and sustainability.
Which, will have the various government agencies that deal with small business development, as well as private sector business development agencies in one place where you can go and, come with your idea, and we help to bring it to life. So we'll have that, and then we'll also have our Center for Sustainability.
In the fourth installment of our It's Happening series, the minister discusses the significant impact the ministry has had on the orange economy. Well, in other news, the Grand Bahama Port Authority's Regulatory Committee has completed its initial review of the Grand Bahama Power Company's 2025-2027 rate plan and opened a 45-day public consultation period for feedback. Through a press statement, officials say GBPC's proposal submitted on August 1st, 2024 includes a 6.32% base rate increase across all customer classes, reductions in fuel charges for 2025, and the removal of the storm recovery charge by summer 2026. The plan also outlines $8.4 million in investments to improve system reliability, including infrastructure upgrades and battery storage for solar energy. While overall costs for the residential and large customers will see minimal changes in 2025, the highest projected increase will be 4% in 2026. The public is encouraged to review the rate plan summary on GBPA's website and provide feedback before the consultation period ends on November 4th, 2024. A final decision will be made by December 2nd, 2024. Well, it's an increase of another kind, but one petroleum retailers have advocated heavily for years, insisting they were not making enough to keep their businesses sustainable. Now, the nation's leader says their wish is being granted, with petroleum retailers set to gain a margin increase of 25 cents increase per gallon of gas and 15 cents per gallon of diesel. Cleopatra Murphy joins us live with the latest.
Well, Remiko, it seems October 1st is being thrown around as the date for that pending fuel margin increase, but it seems the public is not too keen to be paying more at the pumps.
Keep the price low like how it used to be, considering we already dealing with inflation.
Everything going up, so you need your gas. Food going up, you need to eat, so you got to purchase it. So it is, you just have to maybe adjust.
I really got a road plan now. Can't ride, can't be doing too much riding, eh?
It's a bunch of bull crap. That's just the easiest way to put it. It don't make no sense because, like, why you gotta go up on all these stuff, because it's already VAT inside the store. You only can pick up like 2 boxes of cereal and a milk for like $100.
The economy isn't doing well enough for the rise in prices, If we're seeing more money, then prices being raised wouldn't be a problem.
Despite public reaction, General Manager at Freeport Jet Wash, Larry Albury, is breathing a sigh of relief.
Since 2011, we've had how many increases in insurance, how many increases in power, minimum wage has gone up. We want to pay everybody a nice salary to go home, but it's no way we can pay this unless we're making some kind of margin at the pump.
For Albury, the increase is a necessity. He says it's very expensive to run a gas station.
These dispensers, they're only good for so many years. You have to maintain them, fix them through all the walks of running them. They run through power, so I won't go there, but you have repairs. So it's going to greatly affect, and thank you very much for your increase.
The last time petroleum retailers saw a margin increase was in 2011, where they received a 10-cent increase per gallon of gas and a 15-cent increase per gallon of diesel. Back to you, Remiko.
Just one station.
It's a story that you will only see on one station. A seasoned fisherman and former local manager of Deepwater Bone Fishing Lodge has yet again become the victim of thieves. Tonight, he is urging anyone with information about the theft of his boat to come forward. Jolanda Thompson-Everest has this report.
He's a a prominent resident of Sweetens Key, a man who continues to strive for the development of the island. For the past 5 years, fisherman Shervin Tate has been widely known for his singing to passengers on his Chiquita boat. But his heart was broken once he discovered that his livelihood was stolen yet again.
Robert Meadows, and the police officer, we went out to see, to look around the local area to see if probably someone will have been, in the boat or probably ditched the boat someplace.
The boat is also used to transport government officials, tourists, and locals from Maclean's town to Sweetens Key, whether it be for local festivals, government services, or sightseeing.
That's the boat that Sweetens Key residents really rely and depend on because of the low cost, and I try to make it feasible for everybody.
Tate expressing yesterday he got the call by local authorities that his boat has been found in U.S. waters. While it is still unknown who was responsible for the stolen vessel, he remains hopeful that investigations will continue until the matter is resolved.
I just pray and hope those who took it is found, and I would like for them really to pay for what they have done.
Now Tate is calling for anyone with information to come forward as he calls for an end to acts of crime and criminality. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson, Everest.
In news from the police on Grand Bahama need your help in identifying the person or persons responsible for stealing a white 24-foot center console Robalo R24-foot vessel with two 250 outboard engines from Clare Court off Bahama Reef between Sunday, September 15th, 2024 and Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. If you have any information about this theft or observed this vessel, please contact 911, 919 or the nearest police station in Grand Bahama. Furthermore, anonymous tips are encouraged and can be submitted to Crime Stoppers at 300-8476. While in a session at court number 2, 58-year-old Jeffrey Neely appeared before senior magistrate Charlton Smith facing charges, conspiracy to import dangerous drugs, specifically an unspecified quantity of cocaine alongside unlawful entry and trespassing. Bail was granted to both men, Neely at $4,000 for conspiracy and unlawful entry and $1,500 for trespassing. Meanwhile, 38-year-old Paul Gomez, who appeared alongside Neely, is charged with unlawful entry and trespassing. Gomez pleaded not guilty and was granted bail in the amount of $4,000 for unlawful entry and $1,500 for trespassing. Both defendants, represented by K. Bryant Hanna and Nicholas Mitchell, respectively pleaded not guilty, resulting in an elected summary trial. Police confirmed that the investigations is ongoing with the expectation of additional charges and more suspects to be apprehended. The case is adjourned until November 25th, when both Neely and Gomez are expected to return to court.
And still to come.
When we come back,
medical science and health awareness should prevent men from dying of prostate cancer.
What you need to know to save a life, that story and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition returns.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
The Paint Fair family is excited to announce that they're rolling out to a new location soon. Stay tuned for grand reopening details and special giveaways. In the meantime, they are still operating on West Mall Drive while finishing up the renovations.
The Grand Bahama PLP Headquarters Benevolent Social and Outreach Committee presents Prayer Breakfast Celebration Saturday, September 21st at 8:30 a.m. at the Belinda Wilson Convention Center, BUT Hall. Guest speaker, the Honorable Reverend Ruby Ann Darling.
Grand Bahama, Wednesday, September 25th. We're remembering Obi with a One Love Gospel concert featuring Bishop Denzel Rowe, The Cooling Water, Oslin Jordan, Bishop Simeon Alton,
I'm pressing on.
West End Primary, Holmes's Rock Primary, Martintown Primary, and 8 Mile Rock High School. There'll also be special tribute. It's a One Love Gospel concert remembering Obi, September 25th at the 8 Mile Rock High School gym at 6:30 p.m. Be there.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. This Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, a local advocate is bringing attention to illness, all with the hope of saving lives. Cleopatra has the details.
Every 2 weeks, a Bahamian man dies from prostate cancer, while 1 in every 8 men will get the disease. A concerning statistic, though, is that number increases by more than 75% for black men. But advocate Don Mitchell says no man should be dying from prostate cancer in 2024.
We feel that medical science and health awareness should prevent men from dying of prostate cancer.
The disease forms when the cells of the prostate gland begin to grow out of control. It's rare in men under 40, and like with breast cancer, the presence of the BRCA1 and 2 genes can increase the risk of prostate cancer. Mitchell says symptoms like urinary incontinence, blood in the urine or semen, or pain or burning during ejaculation do not occur until it has spread.
Early detection is your best protection, okay? However, in the particular case of prostate cancer, it is easy to detect early, very easy. You do a simple PSA blood test and accompanied by the digital rectal exam.
While the digital exam is not popular among Bahamians, he's adamant it saves lives.
Guys, man up, get your test done. If necessary, do the required follow-up visits.
Us two host free clinics at 9 a.m. on the last Saturday of every month at Geneva's Wellness Center, and Mitchell is encouraging men to take advantage of the service. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Now it's time for the audience to ask GBPC.
How does Grand Bahama Power Company prepare for a hurricane?
That's a frequently asked question. So GBPC prepares for storm season beginning from the month of January to May, which is pre-storm season. This is the time that we take to review our playbooks and our procedures. These help us to determine what it is we should do and when we should do it. During the month of May, post into storm season, we then begin to monitor the weather forecast. This keeps us on our toes. We continue to watch the weather forecast and have frequent Charter Committee monthly meetings. This helps us to stay on task and also assess as conditions change. In the event we do incur a storm, we then conduct a lessons learned. Lessons learned help us to restore more safely and even quickly in the future.
And that's a look at stories making news. Jay, tell us what's happening in sports.
Remico High School volleyball is set to begin next week at St. George's Gym.
All right, we'll be ready. Sports is coming up next, but first, here's a check on your local weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
See news in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167, or you can email us at zns3news@gmail.com.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
J.S. Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
One of the biggest decisions you will make when remodeling a kitchen is the design choice for your kitchen cabinets. Whether you want your kitchen to look modern or traditional, the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets will make a sound choice. Stop into Conard Bahamas today and let them enhance your kitchen with the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets. At Conard Bahamas, they also carry an array of Calacatta quartz countertops. Conard Bahamas, Sandyport, Nassau, Freeport, Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Eleuthera.
Hey, y'all, what you doing? I'm reading an iVox book from the library. And I'm reading a Vox book. What? An iVox book is a storybook that moves with you. And a Vox book is a book that reads along with you. Ooh, let me see.
The Sir Charles Haywood Library introduces Vox and iVox reading books, a brand new collection of interactive reading technology, the first of their kind in the Bahamas for children. But wait, there's more. We're also introducing Overdrive, our digital library, where you can find books for teens, young adults, and the young at heart, with over 4,000 magazines for people of all ages and interests. Come on, bring your entire family. Swing by and give them a try. They're all available at the Sir Charles Haywood Library.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to sports. First in sports, the Grand Bahama Secondary School Athletic Association Senior Girls and Boys Volleyball Tournament is scheduled to begin September 24th through the 28th at St. George's Gym. LIS captured the girls' title last year against BMES and also won the boys' title against Sunland. Head coach Latoya Williams is hoping for the same success this time around.
Pretty much you're going to try to see the same level of play. We're trying to get higher, but at the end of the day, I could coach, but I don't mean that the players are going to come out there to practice. I give the opportunity, and I definitely wanted to play, but we're just going to try out there and try to win again. The strengths is definitely the young ladies. They're coming out, they're consistent, and we have some nice rising stars coming out on the men's side who names are being mentioned for a national team for volleyball juniors. So we have some good people. It just has to come out. The whole team has to come out there to practice when they need to.
Next in sports, Jonquil Jones and the New York Liberty defeated the Washington Mystics 87-71 to clinch sole possession of the league's best record and the top seed in the 2024 WNBA playoffs. At 32-7, the 2024 Liberty tied the 2023 team's franchise record 32 wins and clinched the team's second consecutive season with at least 32 wins. Jonquil Jones finished with 11.7 rebounds and 5 assists in that game. And finally in sports, scores from opening day of Abaco High School volleyball, SC Boodle Dolphins defeated Forest Heights in 2 straight sets in junior girls play. In the second match, Forest Heights came back to take down SC Boodle in 3 sets. And in the last match, Agape Christian Eagles was victorious against Forest Heights in senior boys play, winning 25-15 in set 1 and 25-16 in the second set. Now, volleyball action will continue on Friday at Grace Gym in Agape. Agape will take on Patrick J. Bethel in girls play. In junior boys action, Forest Heights will go up against Agape. Now, in senior girls play, Patrick J. Bethel will take on the defending champs Agape. And the feature game will see SC Boodle taking on Agape. And that's your Wednesday check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. Your Facebook friend is up next. Be blessed.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody does it better.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Jane Champagne and The Rhythm presents 102.7 The Rhythm turns 3, and it's a big performance with Taurus Riley live. Taurus Riley live. Oh yeah, the hitmaker, the reggae icon, Taurus Riley live. Saturday, December 14th at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom. Doors open at 8 p.m., showtime 11 p.m. For 102.7 The Rhythm. Big birthday party with Taurus Riley live. Get tickets online now. TheRhythm3.com. And it's a big performance. Taurus Riley. Brought to you by Jane Champagne and The Rhythm. Saturday, December 14th, 102.7 The Rhythm turns 3 with Taurus Riley live.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight starts in just a moment.
I grew up in a home where my mother believed God and God only. So we grew up in church. We knew church.
His humble beginnings did not discourage his determination to reach the top. His contributions to his community, the Baptist world, and indeed the entire nation demonstrate his unwavering faith that God would lead him through. Many call him iconic because his strength has pushed him beyond barriers. We reflect on the life journey of Reverend Dr. William Thompson, President Emeritus of the Bahamas National Baptist Convention, visionary, sportsman, Junkanoo enthusiast, political figure, devoted father, and man of God. Join us on Sunday, September 29th at 7:30 p.m. and on Sunday, October 6th at 7:30 p.m. for a Nation Builder from Hartswell, Exuma, right here on the ZNS Television Network. ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here, faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, a major contract signed today for Bahamar's expansion. Hundreds of millions more to be injected into the local economy. Also, summer recess ends for legislators who today tackles a bill for the management and operation of bridges. But the opposition has questions. And when the cost of living outpaces seed funding, the cry of some Junkanoo groups as the big showdown on Bay nears. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. A sprawling Cable Beach resort begins another multi-million-dollar chapter as it ups its game to enhance guest experiences and create hundreds of new jobs for Bahamians. Devontae Hanna has the details of tonight's top story.
By 2026, shovels will be in the ground for an expansion of the Bahamar property at a starting value of $350 million.
350 rooms. With 50 luxury residences. And we're positioned as another luxury of choice here at Bahamar, where we will position this property between our SLS and our ultra-luxury Rosewood at Bahamar.
That's Graham Davis, Bahamar president, who revealed the new hotel will sit on the vacant Malia property. At a heads of agreement signing at the Rosewood on Wednesday, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis and Deputy Prime Minister the Honorable Chester Cooper says 900 Bahamians will be employed through the construction and opening phases.
I've always said that one of the things that constrain our growth in the Bahamas is the lack of room inventory. And I'm delighted that the developer and Bahamar are responding to this need for additional room inventory.
The Bahamas is off of a marquee year of tourist arrivals, besting pre-pandemic levels, coupled with $10 million of investment in country in 3 years. During the week of his 2021 election anniversary, Prime Minister Davis says he's more than happy that the economy is trending in the right direction.
This dawn of a new chapter for Bahamar is a signal to the world that the Bahamas is open for business, ready to embrace new opportunities, and steadfast in our vision of sustainable growth.
And Tourism Minister Cooper says the focus is to get more heads in bed.
We're looking to get more deeply into the South American market. We're in discussions actively with a few of the major airlines that service that area. And we're also in active discussions with airlines out of the Middle East.
And developers promise that the project will be both beautiful and luxurious, but a key priority is to ensure that the development is both environmentally sustainable and climate resilient.
We're using sustainable resources on construction, certainly through the efforts of what we have planned for the future in our water consumption, energy consumption. We're focused as a Bahamar enterprise to work on being carbon neutral.
Bahamar does not have a brand partnership for the property, but expects it to be completed by 2029. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Well, thanks to Devontae. The financial services sector has for decades been the country's second largest industry, right behind tourism. It's been the second largest driver of the economy. But in recent years, the industry has faced some challenges. And for a sector with trends evolving nearly at the speed of lightning, staying ahead of the curve is a necessity. Corval Pyfrom reports on how growth and innovation are being pushed at this year's Nassau conference.
The country's financial services industry remains strong. The jurisdiction offers political and economic stability and a robust legislative framework. Notwithstanding the message at the 19th annual Nassau Conference, the leading gathering of industry stakeholders presented by the Association of International Banks and Trust Companies, is neither the Bahamas nor its financial services professionals can afford to rest on their laurels. Growth and innovation are what's being pushed at this meeting of the minds.
What is good about the Bahamas is that industry has, a working relationship with the policymakers, and we are able to meet with them on a regular basis, share ideas. And so when we come to a conference like this, a lot of those ideas have been discussed and positions taken, and then we are able to feed those to younger members coming through.
Both Economics Minister Michael Alquidas and Attorney General Ryan Pinder, seasoned in the industry, say it's essential the Bahamas remains competitive.
I think what we are lacking a little bit in is our outreach. And I think that we need to, and that's not merely a government thing, because Minister Alquidas does very well in sponsoring and being exposed in these large conferences and traveling into the key marketplace. But we really, as I said on my speech today, we really want the industry to come out in mass as well. When we were most successful in innovating and growing new products and accessing new industries, it was a collective effort. The government certainly put its support behind it, whether that be in sponsorships, or that be in new products, or that be in getting expert advice. But industry also came in mass, and that proved our competency.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
In other news this evening, a group of officers appearing before the coroner today in relation to several cases involving police-involved killings. Danielle Dean fills us in.
Some 12 officers involved in matters before the coroner's court, where jurors returned a homicide by manslaughter verdict, were each granted $9,500 bail with one or two sureties Wednesday by Coroner Cara Turnquest DeVoe. The cases date back to March of 2022 up to July of this year, involving deceased persons Azario Major, D'Angelo Evans, Shanton Forbes, Valentino Johnson, Gino Finley Jr., and Elron Stubbs. During the proceedings, a warrant of arrest was issued for two other officers who did not appear in court. One of the officers was reportedly out sick, but there was no sick slip before the court, while the other officer is believed to have absconded. Now, none of the officers were in court when the matter got underway at 11 o'clock this morning, and the marshal suggested that it was an act of defiance, prompting the coroner to adjourn the matter for 10 minutes. When the case resumed, the 12 officers were present in court. All these cases will now be forwarded to the Director of Public Prosecutions, who will determine whether or not they will proceed with prosecution or discontinue the cases. Reporting live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Now, today's court appearance of the officers, coupled with the ongoing investigation into corruption allegations against a senior police officer, only bruising the integrity of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Addressing the issue head-on during his appearance Monday on the Rundown with Clint Watson, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis stressed that the need to restore the public's confidence in the RBPF is paramount, and he's determined to ensure that happens.
One of the critical factor of effective policing is for the public to have confidence in the police force, because it is the public that you rely on to provide you with intelligence. It's the public you rely on to assist you in detecting crimes. It's the public you rely on to help you with preventing of crime. And where there's that lack of trust and confidence, you will have this breakdown. So they are rightly concerned about what is happening in the police force. Me too, I'm concerned. But there's a process. We have to allow the process to be carried out. I want to assure the Bahamian public that that process will be carried out with integrity and with objectivity, and the results will be known and the chips will fall where they may.
As for the ongoing war on crime, the homicide count nears 90. The Prime Minister acknowledged that while incremental improvements have been made, the challenge has been violent crime with the use of guns. Still, he expressed confidence that the war will be won. Coming up, the House of Assembly reconvenes after the summer recess. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
At Commonwealth Bank, we offer affordable and flexible choices to get you back to financial fitness. Our personalized debt consolidation solution is built to fit any financial situation. One easy-to-handle monthly payment reduces your monthly expenses and gets you back on track to savings. Life is great when you're not weighed down by debt. Consolidate and live your best life with Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking services.
Whether you're crossing borders or navigating busy airports, with BTC's reliable data roaming, you're always in touch. In a fast-paced world, staying connected is key. Don't miss important moments. Stay connected effortlessly with BTC, wherever your journey takes you.
Finger-licking good.
Welcome to our SBDC Business Tips, where we share valuable insights with small business owners. From practical advice to actionable tips, we're here to support you on your journey to success. Stay focused on your goals. Set clear, achievable goals for your business and stay focused on them. Ensure that your goals are realistic and attainable within a given time frame. Break down your goals into smaller, actionable steps and track your progress regularly. Stay disciplined and avoid getting distracted by shiny objects or chasing after too many opportunities at once. It might mean turning down opportunities that don't align with your objectives, but it's crucial to remain faithful to your initial goals and seize opportunities that resonate with your original vision. We hope you find these business tips helpful. To help your business reach its full potential, visit sbdcbahamas.com or give us a call at 242-461-SBDC.
Portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
You're looking at a live shot at the historic British Colonial Hotel at 1 Bay Street. Welcome back. The last thing Bahamians want to hear is talk of another fee, some other reason to dig deep. And Works Minister, the Honourable Clay Sweeting's getting it out the way quickly that when a proposed amendment to the Bridge Authority Act gives that body the leverage to own, manage, and own any of the country's 40 bridges, this does not translate into an automatic toll being imposed on taxpayers. That is, outside of the money paid at the Sydney Poitier Bridge. But rather, the whole idea is to ensure these structures, a lifeline to some communities, remain safe and function. And this particularly as family islands are increasingly becoming destinations of choice.
We are looking at 7 bridges across the country, and ACRO is looking at putting a package together so that hopefully we can, with the approval of funding, have bridges across our country, like in Andros and Exuma, that their lifespan has almost deteriorated to the point where it's kind of scary for people to drive across these bridges. And we're hoping to finish that package this year and hopefully, once the funding is approved, we can get to moving on some of these. If we ensure that infrastructure is in place, and properly maintained, we create better environments for investments and visitors alike, allowing for an even more robust economy for residents.
But while acknowledging that maintaining the country's infrastructure should be a key goal, opposition MP Crazy Thompson says what's on the table raises questions.
Which properties are anticipated going into the Bridge Authority? I think the member for Central and South Eleuthera, as far as I can recall, only made mention of the bridge in Eleuthera being as their intention on putting that in under the Bridge Authority. Well, is that the only one that you intend on putting in the Bridge Authority? What other bridges do you intend on owning under this Bridge Authority? What other bridges do you intend on constructing under the Bridge Authority? What other bridges do you intend on operating under the Bridge Authority? Do you also anticipate bridges on other islands outside of Eleuthera?
Well, a backlog in promotions within the public service leading to what Public Service and Labor Minister, the Honorable Pia Glover-Roll, loosely calls a hollow middle. And the fact that there was no succession planning is to blame. But the government, she says, is addressing this, particularly through legislative reform.
We have to ensure that we are making room at all levels for persons that are required, and be ensuring that the persons at the top levels are ensuring understudies are understanding their roles. But that comes back to monitoring and evaluation. We have to manage our organizations and our employees. It doesn't happen on its own. We have to have strategic structures in place. We have to ensure that as we're identifying career paths and as we're opening establishments, and that's a term that means how many persons are required for a specific spot or position in a ministry, that we're training persons to go to the next level, that we're encouraging persons to upskill to be able to move to the next level. I think there was a gap in that happening in our public service where it almost was just wheels were turning on their own.
Well, the government seed funding cannot match the cost of Junkanoo itself. This much coming from leader of the Body of Christ Crusaders, Kingsley Ferguson, who says all groups are in need of more money. His comments follow the government's decision to allot $30,000 to both factions of the Valley Boys, prompting him to ask for his portion.
Well, to be frank with you, Junkanoo is extremely expensive. The seed funding that we're currently receiving now, the cost of living has outpaced that. So what we were capable of achieving with $15,000, we can no longer achieve that. And so if big groups can get to the tune of $50,000, $60,000, it's a start.
The Chinese community here in the Bahamas coming together to celebrate the founding of the People's Republic of China, a significant chapter in that nation's history. We hear more from our Devontae Hanna.
We are now here at Margaritaville for the 75th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. Right now, at this moment, the Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, has mounted the stage, and he's extended his congratulations to the People's Republic of China. But tonight also doubles down as the celebration for the assumption of office for Her Excellency Ya Jianguang, who is the 10th ambassador to the Bahamas, as well as just the second woman to assume this office. Of course, at this moment, there are dozens of cabinet ministers here, as well as a lot of other high-ranking officials from both Chinese and the Bahamas. And tonight, it's all about the celebration of the Chinese culture, the rich history, and the vibrant economy of that nation. And tonight, we expect to hear from the ambassador herself, who will speak about extending relationships between the two countries as it relates to the economy, as well as for exchange programs and a whole host of other things that we'll get more into at 11 o'clock. So from right now, see you later. I can say it in Chinese. Back to you.
Well, thanks, Devontae. Stay with us. There is still much more to come after the break.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Marco's, the pizza that's perfect for every party, every moment, and every occasion.
Over a decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
One of the biggest decisions you will make when remodeling a kitchen is the design choice for your kitchen cabinets. Whether you want your kitchen to look modern or traditional, the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets will make a sound choice. Stop into Conard Bahamas today and let them enhance your kitchen with the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets. At Conard Bahamas, they also carry an array of Calacatta quartz countertops. Conard Bahamas, Sandyport, Nassau, Freeport, Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Eleuthera.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Junkanoo offers many opportunities for business ventures. Here's West Calix Forbes with the Bahamian hoping to expand her new Junkanoo business.
Junkanoo Jitney is a unique bus tour that immerses guests, usually students, in a complete Junkanoo experience to learn all about how Junkanoo goes from concept to Bay Street. The two main stops on the tour are Valley Boys Junkanoo Shack and Dungalik Studios. Now founder and CEO of Junkanoo Jitney, Rondi Trico, wants to cater to tourists.
Junkanoo is an art that has been in our society for, hundreds of years. And the only way for us to continue with this is to maintain the tradition, is to give back to the people that are coming behind us. So for me, it was to create a buzz and get the kids to be more excited about Junkanoo and let them know that there's so many more things that you can do to contribute to Junkanoo in the country. We have decided to open it up to the tourist market, and our goal is to show the world how much goes into creating a Junkanoo parade and how we get from the shack to the street.
When asked what will the funding from the TDC be used for, Trico shared for expansion and branding.
I've been doing this by myself for the past couple of years, and building a company is not easy, obviously, and especially going into the tourist market, I needed capital. So one of the things that I thought is it would be a good opportunity to go in the TDC program because they were giving grants, not loans, and I felt like it was a good opportunity to get some startup capital. One of the things that I would like to do is have the bus wrapped. Currently, we only do it on a main jitney.
Trico ended positively, sharing encouraging word for future business owners in the tourism field.
Write down your goals, try to have a successive plan, try to make achievable goals, start small, and eventually something small will turn into something big as long as you put your focus and energy into it.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
And that brings us to LaDawn and Marcellus, who are standing by to give us a sneak peek of our new show, Access Now. Guys?
Makushla, I know your kids and kids around the country are going to love this show because Marcellus and I are going to learn how to design Crocs. Marcellus, do you have a pair?
I do not have a pair, thank you very much. They don't make those in a size 14.
Oh, wow.
Well, looking forward to seeing that story. Stay with us. Our feature story is up next.
calm in a raging storm. She's in love in every word, in every deed.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Get ready to learn all about digital payments and embrace the future of finance. Ditch the old and say hello to new, faster, and safer ways to pay. Join us next week. Check in with your personal bank, credit union, or digital wallet provider to learn everything you need to know about going digital. To learn more, visit us online at livedigitalbahamas.com and on social media. The future of pay is digital. See you next week.
Together in our efforts to grow agriculture in the Bahamas and to achieve what we have determined to be our vision of 25 by 25, which simply reflects the fact and the initiatives we have in place to try to reduce our food import by 25% by the year 2025.
We're also proud of ourselves as a visionary nation, as a visionary people. President Xi Jinping is also regarded as a visionary and insightful world leader. We also set targets for ourselves.
We've got a question for you. Is Bahamian dialect dying? And if so, how do we keep it alive? One cultural icon and educator believes that she has the answer. Mauritian Barrows has the story.
My favorite Bahamian word would be mothersick. We use it daily. We all have our favorite version.
It's between boy and mothersick. Mothersick. I like mothersick better.
Either boy or you stupid, eh? My friend was like, you are right, though, friend.
Mothersick. Boy, I ain't gonna lie, right? Bahamian dialect is definitely something that we use in our everyday language. But do we truly understand the meaning behind the words we use?
Gee, I have a special love for boy. Yeah, boy. I think that is so beautiful and so uniquely Bahamian. And it's not bay, it's boy. And when we figure out how to spell that and we standardize that, the spelling, we'll be good to go.
While Bahamian dialect may have many variations, it still has one main role, uniting Bahamians. That's why Director of Educulture Bahamas, Arlene Nash Ferguson, believes preservation of the dialect is most important.
The textbooks that we have, for the most part, assume that the child's first language is standard English. And in many households in the Bahamas, that is not necessarily the case. Standard English is not their first language. That is not what they're hearing in the home. That's not what they're hearing in their community. And so we need to start to embrace it so that the children will learn to translate from Bahamian English to standard English. But for that to happen, we need the textbooks to guide the teachers. Yeah, boy.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Marisha Barros.
And that does it for the National Report. Stay close. The Bahamas Tonight. Access Now starts now.